Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I don't know about you, but when I go to a bar, I go over there to enjoy myself with some friends, drink some whatever I drink over there, maybe watch something that's on the TV, have a good time, and after that, I don't know if you live with someone or you don't live with anybody, but I'm just saying it's a certain kind of environment where you do certain kind of things. I wouldn't like, for instance, a priest to show up at the bar and try to convert me to, I don't know, whatever denomination he might be a member of. When, let's say, someone goes to church, doesn't want to be bothered by a politician telling him or her, hey, vote for me. You don't go for that over there, okay? It's bad enough that in some churches they ask you for money, and that's very... Anyway, again, when I go to, let's say, watch a football game, which I never liked to, I didn't have the patience. But anyway, when I go to watch a sports event, I go over there to watch who's the best. That's all I'm going for. I don't go over there to pick up women. I don't go over there to make a speech. I don't, show that I'm the best of the best. That's not what I'm going for. I'm going over there just to watch the game, enjoy myself, see who's the best, and for entertainment purposes. I don't want anybody to flash the organizers I'm talking, flash any, vote for me or join this religion or these things like this. So maybe some of you are familiar that the football World Cup for this year takes place in Qatar, in the Middle East. Now, you know that when you go to someone's house, you respect the house's rules, correct? Correct. That's how it is if you're a decent person. You don't expect the house to change the owners to change the house's rule because of you. You go over there, you respect their rules, okay? And you go over there for dinner or you go for something. You do what you're supposed to do. You don't go over there and try to preach. You don't go over there and try to convert people. You don't go over there and tell them who to vote for, unless the conversation goes towards that direction. You go over there to visit, to have a little bit of communication, talk, eat, drink a little bit of wine, and then nicely go home. Now, if you go over there and first when you enter, some houses, some families have you take your shoes off. And some houses you don't, but you always ask. At least you pretend, hey, I'm going to take my shoes off. And they might say, no, you're okay. Or they don't say anything. That means that's the rule of the house. And you respect that. Even though, let's say, at your house you do the other way. You respect that because that's the way you're the guest over there. So the same thing with all these countries, all these supporters, all these teams that go to Qatar to watch or participate in the World Cup, where you see the best football players playing for a lot of money and, have fun. When I go to watch such a thing, I don't think you want to watch, support this cause or that cause or this cause. Not for political reasons. You go over there to watch the game and have fun. Get drunk if you get drunk. Go and after chase women if you want. If you want to chase men, go chase men. Do whatever you want. All right? If that doesn't break the rules of the society you go in, the house that you go in, the host. The problem is here we have FIFA, Football International Federation Association something, and they are weasels. They are very happy that Qatar organizes this because they have a lot of money. Now, Qatar has some strict rules and some religious convictions, and they obviously impose certain kind of regulations to FIFA. I mean, you guys come here, you have to respect certain things. Like, for instance, they are against, or they see homosexuality as a perversion of nature. That's how they see it. Well, you got to respect that over there. You're not going to make over there and say, well, you know what, I'm going to challenge you on that. That's not the place, not the time. You go over there to watch soccer, football, have fun, have sex, get the fuck out. That's all you need to do. And more if you want. You're a free person. But remember, they have laws, they have traditions, you have to respect that. If not, you will be punished. Now we have this different kind of weasels, which is also FIFA is one of the weasels. And FIFA in Europe promotes certain kind of garbage and soccer games, football games, where they say support this, say no to this, say yes to this. Fuck you. That's not what I'm here to hear you tell me what to do in a society. All right? Don't scratch your balls, don't pick your nose. I don't need that to be told by you, FIFA. Okay? So that's what it is. Now FIFA, when it goes to Qatar, requests the opposite. So it's not going to promote what garbage they promote in Europe. They will not promote that garbage in Qatar because Qatar has the money. So they asked, the delegations of these countries to respect certain kind of rules. And one of the rules is, don't display the rainbow flag colors, whatever, that supports the homosexuality, whatever you call it. That's not their society. Stay out of it. As they don't come in your society and tell you, they try to impose when when you're going to organize a World Cup, they would come and tell you, well, how about having women wearing scarves or wearing something? Yeah, I know they don't, but I'm just saying. You would not like it and you will call them names and all that. That's inappropriate. Leave them alone, go and watch the games, do what I told you to do, and get the fuck out. Safe and sound. Now we have different people who push this just, to draw attention. And I don't think it's appropriate, because when you do that, it seems like you think that you are perfect. And believe me, there's nobody who's perfect. And I know you're nobody, so that means you're perfect, if you know what I mean. So we have here, for instance, the Prime Minister of Denmark. Her name is former Danish Prime Minister, who's out of the picture. She went over there just to anger the Qataris, emirs and all that. And her name is Schmidt, former Prime Minister. And she wears this kind of things. You see on her arm or on her elbow, the rainbow thing. And she's in the football game stand right there. And she wears that ostensibly. Is it necessary? Is that rude? I disagree with not being allowed to say whatever you feel like. I disagree. You show whatever. How hateful or how freedom of expression. I see no limits on showing those things. But this is done to provoke. You come from a different country trying to impose one of your, I don't want to call them values, because not even in your country everybody thinks that that's a value. Some people might think that's not a value. Some people might think that's a perversion as well. So you don't speak for everybody. You speak only for yourself. So you're going over there with that. What's the purpose? Support that cause against what? The Qatar? Great job. It's like you go in someone's house and you don't take your shoes off. And you just walk with your dirty shoes. That's one thing. Now, it's not the only thing that happened over there around this stupid subject that should not be a problem in any society. Not should be considered. Now, World Cup fans in Qatar wearing rainbow color face harassment. Why would you do that? Again, if these guys that face harassment will really face punishment, I guarantee you they would not do it. And maybe by their Qatar's law, they could be arrested or something. But they probably would not, so they don't want to create a political, embarrassment somewhere. But remember, someone, let's say, in a certain country, a certain crime, let's say, that in other countries is considered a crime, in other countries not considered a crime. And let's say those people will come to the United States and with something that in this country, United States is considered a crime, over there is not considered a crime. And they would come here and would protest at, World Cup or whatever for that. Would you like that? Wouldn't you say, there's not a time, there's not a place. Well, get lost. I mean, I defend your right of free speech. But you don't do this to change. I think you just do it to anger people. Again, you want to wear those rainbow hats? Go ahead, wear them. But there are laws over there. Remember the cannabis girl? Brittany Griner or whatever. The United States is all selling their moms to get that basketball player from Russia that broke the Russian law, brought cannabis in Russia, and he got a contract in a penitentiary for 9 years. And Biden would sell his mom, who's dead, to get Greener back. Now, you tell me, what if these guys are going to be in prison for that? Maybe that's breaking the law, displaying that. That's their culture. What do you want? You don't agree with it, but it's not you to tell them what to do. They are to tell you what to do because you are in their house. Now another thing. World Cup fans in Qatar wearing rainbow colors face harassment. These are from the Wall Street Journal. They are from other media outlets. And then we have this one here. Wales, the country of Wales, asks FIFA why rainbow hats were removed at World Cup. For the reasons I explained. Now, Wales doesn't protest or ask FIFA why FIFA promotes garbage in Europe. They don't, because that's a European value that not everyone agrees, I would say most disagree with, many of them. But at every game you see people over there doing this and saying that, and the organizers, not people in the stands, organizers. I mean, and they're okay with that. Wales here, why? I didn't know that homosexuality is the most important thing in Wales, and they protest in Qatar for that. I thought there are many other problems, real problems, that are unsolved in Wales and in Europe and in the world that are more important than that. This issue, don't you think? People are still don't have clean water. In the what's the percentage? I don't know, 80% or something, 70% don't have access to clean water. Half of this world population shits on the freaking fields. How about that? How many people die in infancy? And you talk me about, a rainbow fucking flag? Is that what you care? Really? Because some people cannot... I would say so much, and I can make it funny as fuck, but I mean... You fucking tube. So, and another one. FIFA charges Ecuador over fans' chants at World Cup opener. So Ecuador played with Qatar in the opening game, and they won 2-0. So they beat the host country, right? And then during that, they started yelling, "We want beer, we want beer," because Qatar, 2 days before the start of the World Cup, decided that beer should be, I don't know, not drank 2 days before this, or made some regulation. As angry as the fans are, and I would be too, especially let's say, okay, let's go to the beach, but no women allowed. Fuck, why do I go to beach then? I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? I mean, you're a creepy person, but I'm just saying or let's go to the bar, but no alcohol. What the fuck am I going to the bar for? To get away from my wife or something? A lot of people do that, yeah. So they're gonna get fined for that. Really. So discriminatory chants allegedly by Ecuador fans at the World Cup opening game led FIFA to open the first disciplinary case of the tournament on Tuesday. Discriminatory chants. FIFA said the chants was brought due to chants. The charge was brought due to chants at the game against Qatar on Sunday, and cited the selection of its disciplinary code dealing with discrimination. The chants were reportedly directed at Chile, which brought a legal case ahead of the World Cup to try to take Ecuador's place. FIFA gave no timeline for the dealing with the case against the Ecuadorian Soccer Federation, which is held responsible for fan behavior. Can you believe that? The Ecuadorian Football Association, whatever federation, is responsible for what the fuck a fan will say in the stand. How do you call that? Mommy, daddy, communism, how? Tyranny, Ecuador fans also draw global attention to their chants in Spanish of "We want beer, we want beer" during the team's 2-0 win at Al Bair Stadium, in the reference to FIFA and Qatari organizers banning the sale of beer with alcohol at stadiums. Jesus Christ. As I said, you go to a soccer game without beer, how can you watch it, right? Well, look at this. There was a game that played what's their name? Dynamo Kiev, the team of Kiev, Ukraine, played in Champions League this spring against a Turkish team. I can't remember which one was it, a Turkish team. And the team from Kiev was playing in Turkey and was winning 3-1. And then all of a sudden the public, the host, the fans started chanting when the how do you call them, the Ukrainians scored. They started calling "We love Putin" or "Putin, Putin, Putin, we love Putin" or something like that. Was that insulting? Yes, it was. It is illegal? No. So what do you think it happened? I mean, it was ugly, obviously. The club was sanctioned, was banned, was this, was that, for that. For that. So much freedom of speech. So are you free or what the fuck is this? No, you're not free. You're not free. So same here. These guys are gonna penalize the club for some supporters who did this and who did that. Anyway, man, sometimes it's like the funerals. You go to a funeral, like, remember when there were the funerals with military brought from Afghanistan and Iraq, and you had protesters protesting at the funeral of a military killed in Iraq. Remember those things? I'm for freedom of speech. Do it. But do you think it was the right time? Do you think it was the proper time? I don't think so. Let them be. But it's ugly. But what are you gonna arrest the guy? No. The same here. You're gonna arrest the fans for saying that. You're gonna charge the club. So what is club gonna do? It's gonna just re-educate the fans. It's gonna like the Europeans are trying with UEFA, with their little bend your knee shit and support this and say no to this and drink responsible. It's a Heineken over there. It's Heineken, drink responsibly. No, I'm gonna drink like a pig until I fucking pass out. You're gonna broom me out of the stadium. That's how people think when they go to a game. What do you think? Oh, I think I drank too much. I took 2 sips. I gotta be responsible. Blah, 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 blah. Really? Yes, really. So those are tyrants. Those are authoritarian people in charge of us. And there's FIFA. FIFA in sports. Like NBA here and these weasels. The same way. That's why I don't watch this garbage anyway. But I watch it because other reasons as well. But just to say, I disagree with that. What, 17, 18 minutes. I can talk 3 hours, 3 days about this bullshit. Good luck watching this bullshit. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.